I think everyone's got a bit of Rambo in them. You know, he's a loner. He's a person that lives on the edge. Is basically a good person, but when pushed, it's the classic revenge, or it's the classic, when somebody's, it's basically a simple allegory. It's good versus evil, but he turns into evil. He turns evil onto the evildoers. Rambo's Rambo's a term that's been coined around the world for military aggression, or it's been, people have used it, whenever somebody wants to describe an aggressive person, or somebody that's somebody that a killer, or a military figure that doesn't take no prisoners. But I think Rambo's. I think it's more of a tale of a man that's just a normal man that got thrown through the mill, that served his country, and came out the other end a different person. He came out the other end a person that's been troubled. His mind has been, confused. The fog of war. Who's he fighting for? What side he's on? I think a lot of times people think like that in real life. Well, I think he's changed. I think he's come to terms. I don't say comes to terms, but I think all the years of combat have kind of come to a head in his mind. I think he struggles with post-traumatic stress disorder. He's finally realizing the carnage and the atrocities that he's seen in the war, and it's relevant in today's current climate with all the the satellite wars that we have on, and soldiers coming home, and I don't think post-traumatic stress disorder was really paid attention to other than the last few years. I think Rambo, I think Sly's addressed that, with the script. He addresses soldiers coming home from war. They don't just come home from war and forget everything. So in this last Rambo, I think we've addressed the issues that are currently affecting soldiers now. I think with Rambo, as he's gotten older, as he's, settled into like a bucolic Arizona lifestyle, when things have settled down, his thoughts have weighed heavily on him, and the flashbacks come over and take over his dreams, and become nightmares. Hopefully there's a bit of everything. There's a bit of nostalgia in there. Hopefully there's a bit of action for the Rambo fans. I mean, he does go Rambo on a lot of people. But also it's, over the years, people have taken the journey with Rambo, different generations, because it's been, I think the first Rambo came out in 1980. So it's, audience, you'll have an older audience, hopefully that have seen the first one, to a younger audience who will maybe watch the previous movies. But it's like a journey that takes you through different stages and different times in Rambo's life. Different, each movie he's hit some kind of political hot point, be it Afghanistan, be it drug trafficking. He's gone through a prisoner of war. So Rambo always has its foot in some kind of political issue, or a relevant topical issue, and this one's no different. So hopefully people will give the Rambo fans what they want to see.